Tell me, can you see the stars?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave International now, episode 2. And I'm your host, Grave Knives. Today, we're going to be picking up where we left off, which last episode we did Thailand, Turkey, which had nothing, the Philippines, Switzerland, and Sweden. And so today we're going to be picking up, and we're going to start off with South Korea, because actually, just so you know, there is no North Korea on the listing, so... But man, that would be a long, long list, I could imagine. Perhaps I could make my own little episode out of that. Not like there's not already a million YouTube videos out there for that. But anyways, today we're doing South Korea. Or at least that's where we're getting started, and we're just going to go from there. So without further ado, let's see what they got.
Quiet like the ocean, oh, your treasure hidden down below. As silent as it come, I know. Should I be scared if you stay or go? Tell me, am I insecure? Just overly emotional. Have I fallen down low?
Okay, so getting us started is South Korea, and they have but one law for us, but a single, solitary, lonesome law, which I think is bullshit. Every time I see a country with one law, it's like out of the entire country, man. One law. Traffic police are required to report all bribes that they receive from motorists. Just motorists, by the way. I see issue. I mean, yeah, I can see where it's a dumb law. I mean, but I can also see where it's a law in every state and most countries, and where it's just flat out illegal to take a bribe, or you're supposed to report it. But here's the thing: if you're going to take the bribe, you're not going to report it. And I can only presume that it's more directed towards people or towards the officers saying, hey, if someone offers it to you, don't just decline it, report it. But then at the same time, wouldn't you just be arrested for that? I don't know. I guess that is kind of a dumb law when you really start to think about it and break it down. Now, because of their one law, next country. Good old Singapore has come through for us here. They have quite a list. Starting us off with bungee jumping is illegal. And, to go through each and every one of these full texts just to have them most likely telling me, hey, bungee jumping is illegal. And I know some of them don't just repeat themselves, but too often they do. And it's a waste of time for everybody. The sale of gum is prohibited. Now, that sounds pretty fucking ridiculous. I guess I'll look at it real quick and I'll come right back. And if it's junk, then, I'll tell you. The sale of gum was prohibited after a prolific amount of chewed gum had been stuck in the subway stations and cars. While the sale of gum is prohibited, it is not illegal to chew it. But if one sticks the gum anywhere else besides the trash can, he or she faces huge fines. Huge fines! These are huge fines, comrade! Homosexuals are not allowed to live in the country. That's not a shocker to me, just because we know there's a lot of countries out there that have that law. That there's quite a few of them. I'm not going to sit here and list off names and get into a political statement about what's right, what's wrong, what country's, the bad guy, and I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm just reading the dumb laws. But I'm also not reading that full text either. Oral sex is illegal unless it is used, unless it is used as a form of foreplay. What? Oral sex is illegal unless it is used as a form of foreplay. I mean, I guess there's, you could put it on the table as, somebody is doing it just for, how is it not just, I mean, okay, there's, how can we make this conversation a little bit more inappropriate? That's probably the best damn stupid oral sex law I think we've ever got to see, but it's weird how it's limited. So you know, don't finish anybody off, I guess. Like that, and like pornography is illegal. Ooh. No Pornhub in Singapore. It is, as it is considered pornographic, you may not walk around your home nude. And now that if they're saying inside your home, of course it's ridiculous. If they're saying outside your home, probably a little more justifiable if you don't have like a privacy fence. Just saying. Failure to flush a public toilet after use may result in very hefty fines. Do cops run in after you use the toilet? Is that a thing? Do they actually do that? That'd be kind of weird, like having a cop waiting outside your stall. That'd be go Singapore. It is considered an offense to enter the country with cigarettes. Do you have any fruits or vegetables to declare, or you know, pack some Marlboros? I don't know. You tell me another brand. Marlboro, Camel. You know, I can only imagine what floats in overseas, but still, that is. But what's it matter? And actually, I do believe that. I mean, I've never smoked cigarettes from other countries, and smoking's bad. But I do believe they taste different. You know, different countries do have different tastes, just like our foods are. Even if it's kind of the same thing, it's still kind of not. Cigarettes are illegal at all public places, so they got that law all over the place for the entire country. It is illegal to come within 50 meters of a pedestrian crossing marker on any street. 50, I said yards. Did I say more yards? Meters? I don't know if I said yards or meters, but 50 meters is a lot. And that's a good amount of space. So, hey, they're watching out for the pedestrians, making sure you don't get hit. If you are convicted of littering 3 times, you will have to clean the streets on Sundays with a bib on saying, I am a litterer. Why a bib? The bib is weird. It doesn't really make a... I mean, I can see like wearing a sign. Maybe the bib is just, you know, a lighter version. But I don't know. Just bib is weird. It is illegal to pee in an elevator. And it was apparently a problem. I don't know. I don't live in a bunch of cities with apartments where I don't use the elevator often. Is that a thing? I've never gotten to an elevator in my life and been like, is that the stench of ammonia? No, never happened. Okay, so our next country on the lineup is the United Kingdom. Since 1313, MPs are not allowed to don armor in Parliament. And I'm going to assume MPs refer to military police because that's what they refer to here in America. And, I mean, I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong, but that's how it sounds. And also in 1313, armor was a little bit different than the bulletproof vest that we have nowadays or the body armor that we use. Way different. That was just plated, you know, it was just metal. Chunks of metal, you know, I mean, formed into armor. Heavy as shit. You had to be strong to fucking hold those fucking suits of armor plus the chainmail underneath. Anyways, but apparently those who were in Parliament didn't get to bear their armor. Probably because everyone in Parliament was wearing nice silk richy clothes, and you know they didn't want people in armored suits being able to just run around and stab the shit out of them. Probably assumptions, you know how those go. Those wishing to purchase a television must also buy a license. That sounds fucking ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. Why would you need a license to have a TV? Maybe it's for like public use. And at a time when TV was not super popular, where like everybody has like 3 or 4 in their fucking house or more. But no cows may be driven down the road between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. unless there is prior approval from the commissioner of the police. And if you break this law, UK Batman will come get you and take you to the commissioner. And Boy Wonder will sit there and make horrible holy something puns. Yeah. It's a fucking matter. All land must be left to the eldest son. I can see that being a dumb law simply just because, okay, if what I leave, what I have, who I leave it to, if I declare who I leave my stuff to, which should be split evenly between my children, but, if you specify it, it shouldn't just be overruled, be like, well, this is the oldest son, he gets all the land. Even though your father wanted you, the business-oriented, family-loving, whatever, reasons for. Yeah, that's kind of a shit law. Divorces are outlawed. How's that working out? I fucking hate you. I want a divorce. Don't talk about a divorce. It's illegal in this country. Is that really? Can you get a divorce over in the UK? Somebody, please tell me you can get a divorce in the UK. That's got to be like a super old law that's not used. Because it's like, what, one and done? You don't get to go back. Make sure you mean it when you fucking tie that knot. Let's see. Next up is excluding Sundays. It is perfectly legal to shoot a Scotsman with a bow and arrow. That's fucked up. That is really fucked up. It's even more screwed up when you look and see that anal sex is prohibited, but you can kill a fucking Scotsman with a bow and arrow. That's not a quick way. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a quick way to go. Okay, understand me and listen to me right now. It's a fucking stick with a sharp piece of metal or possible stone, I guess if you're really going old school. And that it's not like, hey, it's a high caliber bullet that, if you get a headshot, it's over quick and, it's done. No, you get shot through whatever body part, through with a bow and arrow. And if you're lucky, one shot is going to be, a killing shot, and they don't have to continuously shoot you with sticks through piercing your body. That's fucking horrible. But no. That's okay. Anal sex is prohibited. If you know some details and maybe can correct me, as always, please do so down in the comment section. I appreciate those comments whenever someone corrects me, or not really correcting me, but correcting what we're reading here. During his reign, Oliver Cromwell banned the eating of mince pies on Christmas Day, as they were insufficiently Puritan. Sounds like a religious thing. Sounds like it would be very possible. I mean, that one actually sounds legit. I mean, stupid laws over religion can definitely, don't eat a mince pie. I'm kind of curious, what is mince pie? What does it consist of? Again, do you know? Comment down below, because I'm not Googling it tonight. Shalisa pensioners. Shalisa pensioners may not be impersonated. Fuck that bitch. I'm Shalisa Pensioners, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of From the Grave with the Laws. I just said that all backwards. I started with my name, said From the Grave, and then I really did that full on backwards. Anyways, I'm Shalisa, bitch. Don't you be copying me, Shalisa, fake-ass pensioners. Sue your ass. You may not make out in public. There's none of that going on. No one's allowed to make out in public or you get hit with a stick. I don't know, maybe. One may not blemish the peace. So disrupting the peace, disorderly conduct, or, disturbing the peace. That's what it sounds, disturbing the peace. Blemishing the peace? It doesn't even sound bad. I'm not like, oh God, is that what you call it in the UK? No, I'm more like, that's what? Disturbance of the peace. Okay. Woo! What a dumb law. A bed may not be hung out a window. I can only imagine that pretty much applies normally when you're, maybe moving out of an apartment complex of sorts, where you can't take the bed down. Maybe you have a king size bed. I know how that feels. Those fuckers are heavy. You can't fit them down stairwells. You have to go out a window possibly. I can see that. But it's illegal? It's only illegal if you get caught. It is legal for a male to urinate in public as long as it is on the rear wheel of his motor vehicle and his right hand is on the vehicle. But you know what? I'm a righty. Like, there's going to be, like, all sorts of issues going on there. I mean, like, seriously, I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, that doesn't sound like I would work out well in the UK. Having to pee out on the country roads after, a nice long night of country cruising. Am I alone here? I doubt it. It is illegal for a lady. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm skipping one. A license is required to keep a lunatic. What if you're a lunatic? But you're functionable to live on your own. Does that mean you have to have a license to keep yourself around? One of many questions that could apply to that. You got to have a license to keep a lunatic. I'm sure that kind of like falls into the levels of like you have to have a medical license of sorts to house lunatics or mentally disturbed individuals. So it is illegal for a baby It is illegal for a lady to eat chocolates on a public conveyance. Conveyance? You mean like I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm going to assume like public transportation, like a bus or something. That's about what I kind of come up with. Committing suicide is classified as a capital crime. You can still shoot a Scotsman with a bow and arrow. With the exception of carrots, most goods may not be sold on Sunday. And finally, damaging the grass is illegal. I mean, really, that's it. I mean, a lot of these, again, just like the ones I read through the states, I guarantee some of them probably go back a couple hundred years, maybe, I'm glad we got to go through, we had at least, through the UK, we had a bundle. Singapore had quite a bundle. South Korea didn't have shit. But I had fun. I enjoyed it. I learned some things. And like I said, if there's some corrections in there for any of these laws that you know about yourself personally, please leave a comment. I encourage it. Absolutely. Like I said, I don't make anything off this. I don't get anything out of this. But yeah, I love hearing back from y'all. It's actually a big plus in my day whenever I get a fucking notification and there's a comment there. That's pretty cool. So thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed all this. We're going to have another episode again, as always, because we are far from being done. Actually, International seems to be going a little bit longer than I expected. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.